Okay, this is Travis Wayne Goodsell. The Sunday session for General Conference has begun. These are the most watched uh, sessions because many Mormons have to work on Saturday. And and especially with it being televised and on the internet, people get lazy and they just say, I'll see it later. Or they'll cover it in church, I'll listen then. Yeah, they really believe that. So, yeah. All right, Mormons, think this through reasonably. Can I reason with you, or are you going to shut me down and put a thumbs down and make a comment revealing your hatred as I can't remember the first guy's name, but Nielsen said on my uh, final women's conference commentary yesterday. If you're able to reason, let's think this through. What makes you know that the church is true? See, because when we logically think it through, you don't know. You just believe and have faith. And the prophets are now turning the doctrine around to say that's all you need, faith. And Oaks yesterday came out with spiritual faith or spiritual truth. And it can't be discerned with scientific truth. There's no way to prove it's true. Do you not understand what Constantine did to Christianity? Jesus came to earth in the flesh. And he changed the nature and character of God. So now God becomes a spiritual thing that's not really human, not really physical, and thus physical can never prove it. And people are just supposed to believe that that's God. It's a quick, easy fix to justify whatever you want to believe, whatever you want to do. And of course, controversy comes into play when people don't want you to do what you want to do or believe what you want to believe. You know, when you believe God tells you that someone is evil because they drink a Coke, you know, that's not God, but who's going to prove you wrong? Because you say it's spiritual truth and nobody can tell you otherwise. So do you see how that's not sound reasoning? Do you understand it? I'm hoping you can break out of that mental bondage that such ignorance puts on you, such unsound logic puts on you. It doesn't make you free. You may think you're free because you're free to believe whatever you want, but there are consequences that follow beliefs. Because you believe incorrectly in certain things, you then act on it. If you believe it's okay to take kids from a father who's got a full-time job but is so swamped in student loan debt, house payments, clothing payments, food payments, that the family is struggling to survive paycheck upon paycheck, if you believe that the man has to take care of you and you're struggling to survive, that therefore he's not taking care of you, and what do? You justify yourself in leaving the marriage. I fell victim to that. I had a full-time job. I had student loan debts. 2 kids, third on the way. The wife I had at that time justified herself in leaving. Mormon girl. Justified it. Throwing the family proclamation in my face. Parents helped her. My parents helped her. They threw the family proclamation in my face. Is that what God wants? What did God do? When Jesus was on the earth, what did he do? It talks about that the church had a counter economy. The Romans still ruled, and Jesus said, "Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's." But the church had a counter economy, an underground economy, a black market economy to help the poor. And it said in the scriptures that they had all things in common. That's all it says. But that's what it means, is that they had a counter economy to help the poor, make them equal with everyone else. And so, Mormons, are they all equal? No, we have rich wards and we have poor wards. We're segregated according to our economic status. You know, oh, but the bishop's storehouse helps them out. No, it apparently isn't. Bishops are refusing to help the poor across the valley, across the state, across the nation, across the world, because President Oaks, former Elder Oaks, when he was elders, told the Deseret News, we average $40 million a year in welfare. 40 million. There's 300,000 poor people in Utah. 300,000. That's about $130 for each person per year that the church is donating. And so they're not given to Utahns only. They're given to all the world, which means it's even less. Okay, so now they're starting with Elder Ballard. I believe he's the one whose wife died last week. So, I mean, are you guys capable of reasoning? You know, they talk in the scriptures, let us reason together. You know, that's actually the Lord saying that. Let us reason together. Can you reason? Or are you just going to give me a thumbs down and make some hated comment about how I need to be silent? So we'll see.